Продолжаем наше космическое путешествие в игре llDezGunll. Остановились мы на той дуре, которую мы послали и сказали: иди нахрен. Так, сейчас я подушки поправлю. Сяду поудобней и будет все зашибись. Так. Ой, так, все подвинули. Подушечки сейчас поправим. Подушечки поправили. Сейчас ляжем ровненько. Будет все зашибись. Ой. Все. Так, все, мы тут. Так, задача у нас пространственно-преступный континуум. Дайте найденный на теле агента это проходит Кэтрин. Налево.
Uh-huh. You blind, fella? Or can you not see I'm busy? Why is it every sissy pig fucker who strolls into my town expects me to smile and shout awful friendly? Welcome to Fallbrook. Only nugget of paradise in this entire law-forsaken land. Like a void damn advert.
Catherine, you're as welcoming as ever.
Truthfully spoken, I do aim to properly represent my aforementioned nugget of paradise. Huh. Now that's a prospect to consider. Maybe later, once I've finished busting kneecaps for the day. So what are you in the market for, stranger? I got vice, virtue, and everything in between. Well, I'm half listening. I take it you don't have a reservation. No matter, I keep a suite of VIP rooms for visitors of your... let's call it a certain means. The VIP room's charged by the night. But for you, I'll make it a one-time fee. Got a feeling you'll make me a fine investment.
Иди нахрен.
Too steep for your blood? That's a damn shame. If it's one that don't mind getting dirty, then I sure do. But how am I to know whether you're reliable, if not fully trustworthy? That you won't ever do. But I like your style, so I'm willing to take a risk. We'll consider it a trial run. There's a Borst factory on up the way, run by a man who calls himself the King. Clive Lundberg, insufferable prick. That aside, it's a business ripe for the plucking. I want it. Clear as that. Stars, I hope so. Clive Lundberg, the self-proclaimed Borst King of Monarch, is swimming in profit and drowning in his ego. He's making the only meal to be had this side of Monarch, and I'm tired of ponying up for my dinner. I want that Borst factory. Owner dead or alive.
Без проблем.
And you're the soon-to-be handsomely paid son of a bitch who's gonna get it for me. If you got brass knockers, you can shoot your way through the front gate. If you don't fancy getting shot to shit, you can try asking Duncan for a disguise. Might be another way in, assuming you're courageous enough to trek the sewers. Void if I know. Hit him where it hurts. In his gut or his production lines ought to make do. Sometimes the simplest solution is the sweetest. I don't give a whit about the method or the means. just the end. Then I'd say you might care to poison the cysty pigs, doctor a few financial records, or throw a wrench in the canning machinery. It'll be more than good when you're finished. Maybe not for Clive, but for me and you, I'm sure. Oh, and if you don't fancy going in guns blazing or crawling through a sewer pipe, see Duncan in the dry goods and sundry building. He ought to have an employee ID in that stash of illicit goods he keeps for select clientele. May luck be with you, since I won't be. How's Clive? I do hope you gave him my regards. Sure. What about it, aside from the fact that I can smell it all the way from here? You mean you can't just follow the stench trail or the squealing bloody murder sounds of little cysty piggies? Once you're clear of the bridge, follow the river southwest. Sure, weren't no skin off my nose. Good of you to finally haul your ass over here. I wired for backup weeks ago. Got something that's gonna require special extraction from Cascadia. So you got a brain on them shoulders. Excellent. Makes my life a world easier. To extract the gas, you'll need to siphon it from the lab in Cascadia into one of your ship's fuel tanks. Totally safe. Hold your thrusters. I ain't even got to the tricky part. To get to the gas, you'll need to navigate through the town, which is overrun by marauders. The lab itself has become an infested nest, crawling with mantis. You gotta fight through, or figure out some other way to exterminate them. Maybe the ventilation system? Do I look like one of them egghead science types? All I know is that labs use it to create plants and livestock out of local species. But it's a controlled commodity, available only to the board, so it is of high value on the dark market. So, what perchance is your plan?
And will again. We ought to be taking any opportunity we get to bury those critters in lead.
Direct and aggressive. I always did like your sensibilities. You know when to strike and when to wait. Shame what came of your crew.
Crews are for ships. They were a family.
Close enough. Now, after you clear the manti nest and reach the storage room, all that's left is to get the gas flowing into the fuel system. The task will require someone with technical skills. Or you could force it through with a plasma overload. Don't recommend that option, though, unless you want to get dead. Shall I inscribe that on your tombstone? Once you've got our goods, take them to the groundbreaker. Lilia's fencers ought to handle the rest of it. I've marked the coordinates for you to the lab in Cascadia. Use the passcode Antediluvian on the terminal to get in. Best of luck, Fixer. How's Clive? I do hope you give him my regards.
Палки. Ой, блин. Ой, блин, я чуть в нее не шмальнул. Ой. Так. Теперь, чтобы заново диалог не слушать. Так. Так, либо найдите способ посмотреть работу фабрики Клавы, который предлагает посмотреть на Велосипед для шишкачей на платежном автомате. Сколько заменить традиционной монархии почти нечем. Клайд Ламберт заработает новые деньги. Шишкачей фабрики хочет заработать себе доходы самых приглашенных шишкачам, которые поэтому вот что вот не избавиться. Нигде это у нас. Понятно, ну давайте тут еще пошаримся. Тут у нас тоже какие-то есть места, где можно походить.
I'm going. Sure thing, Captain. If you're feeling like the civilized type, the waterfall's a good spot to wash your clothes.
Так, ну тут у нас ничего нету, походу. Сейчас посмотрим, что у нас тут. Точно сюда можем корабль переместить. Блядь. Очень даже неплохо. Вот это, кстати, даже неплохо. Идет длинноствольная. Очень даже неплохо. Кстати, это может человек.
Mind your own business, friend. Mind your own business, friend.
Походу для этого нужен этот. Ну, а Максимку нужен. Кстати, заодно сейчас, кстати, квест выполним. Этого чувака, который просил нас этих прийти на хватики.
You'd think folks were pissing in the alleyways as bad as it stinks.
Oh, they are.
So that puddle I stepped in? That wasn't beer.
You seen Arthur today?
Nah, last time I saw him was, stars. I can't remember. Days.
You don't think he got crushed during the bridge?
His team running that drop?